Yes, shall we start, children? Total 15 members are there. Ganesh, are you there, Ganesh? Ganesh P. Pola Dasari. Ganesh 158.
Sir.
Please concentrating on Java programming.
Okay.
Right. So last class what we discussed, children?
RS initialization and RS.
RS concepts we are discussing now. Right. So packages, RS package. Okay. So now here how we can use this arrays in as a package in Java. In this class we are going to discuss. So what are the methods available for this array class, right? So next we need to think about the string buffer class and wrapper classes. Right. So today class we are going to discuss about arrays class in Java, string class, string buffer class, next wrapper classes. Yes, I want to cover these 4 topics. Please, I need to concentrate here. Arrays class in Java, right? So in last class we had discussed about single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. But here, fortunate, so this array class already implemented in Java. It is available in our Java also, right? So this array class is available in, so where it is available means in util package, java.util package. This arrays class is available, right? So if the class is available in that, that means it has some constructors, methods and variables, right? So now this arrays class is available in util package as a part of Java collection framework. So collection framework we will discuss in next class, right? So now the class provides static methods to dynamically create and access Java arrays, right? So here, in order to create an array, we want to access the content of that array into a list. We can do it. It consists of only static methods and methods of object class. The method of this class can be used by the class name itself. If the method, yes, if the method is the static method, we can call that static method by class name itself only. So what is the hierarchy of this class hierarchy? What is the base class for all other classes? Who is the parent for all the classes? What is the base class for each and every class? Yes. Children, what is the base class for each and every class? Shantan. Object class. Yes, object class is the base class for each and every class, right? So top hierarchy, so root most level untarante object untadi. Ee object class ekkada undi ante java.lang package lo undi, right? So what is the object class? Object class is the base class for each and every class, right? So now even though you are taking this arrays class, it is available in util package, java.util package. Its base class is object class only, right? This arrays class inherited from this object class. Each and every class in Java is inherited from object class only, right? The syntax, the declaration of your object class is like this: public class arrays extends object. So this is a declaration, right? So now, so in order to call some method name, class name dot method name you can call it, right? So there are often times when loops are used to do some task, an array like fill an array. Yes, in order to fill the values in your array, we can use, so sort an arrays. So right, so we can apply the sorting techniques like bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort. So we can sort the array elements. So search an array elements and many more operations we can directly do it. Right. In the last class, I told that Java is very simple. Why means each and everything is available in the form of packages. right? Each and everything is available in the form of packages. Just we need to import that package, right? After that one, you take some particular class, right? So you need to create object of that class, and by using that object, you can invoke a particular method, right? So here the first example, here I'm importing my arrays class. Arrays class has this method. So what is that method? Means has list. Yes. So here integer array as list. We are displaying the integer array. This is an integer array. Int array is equal to dynamic array initialization. Directly we are assigning the values to an array to convert the elements as list. Right. So what we are doing, we are converting the elements as a list. So for that purpose, what we are doing, so I am calling this as list method by passing integer array name, right? Suppose if you are saving this program, right? So here you can save this program as main, control C copy. So where you need to save this program, so cmd command prompt. So where is my directory? So jp notes kaadu lab 123 folder. So this is my folder. This is my home directory where I am doing my programming, right? So cd space control v, right? So now you need to save this program in this particular directory, lab123 file, save as lab123. So main, sorry, class name, what is your class name? So your class name is main, already main is there. So main1, we can take it as main1, no problem, right? So I'm writing it is the main1. So what I am doing here, I'm converting my array into as a list by calling this as list method, right? So now save this program. Once you save this program, next you need to compile your program java c, right? So java c main1 dot java, right? Next java space main1 integer array list is here. This is your array is stored in this list format. Your array is stored in this list format. So here, in order to access the array list element, right? So what we are converting, we are converting an array into an array list format. So this array list is stored in this particular memory location. This particular memory location. So this hash code. This is 1 at the rate. So this f hexadecimal format in this memory location. Integer array as list in this array list location. These values are stored, right? So now you can see the profile of this arrays class java profiler. So where it is available, java dot util dot arrays 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 class. So this is the java profiler. So what is this? It will do. So which method I used here? The method name is as list. As list. So what it will do? As list. Control C copy. You can see in Java API. So what this method will do is control V as list in Java. Java API. Java API. Else you can see that. Else you can see this Java API. Java API. Java API, and you can see here. So this is a Java application programming interface. So what we are doing, we are seeing this util package. So util package. In util package, so which class I am using? Arrays class, right? Classes, arrays class. Yes, arrays, not array, arrays class, right? So what are the methods we have in this? Static method. So here we have like as binary search and so on. So we need to think as list. So where is as list? Alright. So returns a fixed size list backed by the specified array. Alright. So what this will do? Returns a fixed size list backed by the specified array. So I am using this one. First program. Suppose if you want to use this binary search technique, you can apply the binary search. No need to write the binary search logic here. Just you can directly call this binary search on array list. So here, so the syntax of this one is static int. The return type is integer. So binary search. So what we need to do here, we need to pass it the list of elements. Here this is the Java binary search program. Here. So what is the binary search? Children, what is the binary search logic? Is there any people can tell? Binary search logic. So last class we are
So
discussing.
finding the middle element and like dividing the array and reducing the size of array, comparing the middle element with the search key. Like if it is in ascending order, then you will search only in the right part of the middle of the array. Like
So what is the main difference between? Okay, Adish. So what is the main difference between linear search and binary search?
Sir, linear search, every element is checked with the search key. In binary search, we check only the middle element with the search key. We keep dividing the array into small parts until we get the middle element as the search key.
Okay, good. So which one is needed? The sorted list. Which one is needed? Unsorted
So
list.
binary needs sorted, sir.
Yeah, binary
Because,
search. The input is always a sorted list.
sorted.
So
Yes,
first
sir.
we need to think how this is implemented in arrays package. This binary search, how it is implemented in arrays package, right? So we will look into it. Then we can analyze that binary search technique. Then we can go for the next topic. So here, what I am doing here, right? So just I am calling this binary search method by passing an integer array. So what is your integer array? This array name, integer array. So which element you want to search in the list? Into key element. So 22. So here 22 is present at this location, right? So now here we can say it is the main2, right? So this program is main2. So we are not writing any logic. Simply we are using the incremental binary search method. Just I am invoking this method. So file, save as, control V, main2, save. Yes. So here CLS clear screen. So Java C binary search. Sorry, ఏమన్నా main2 అన్నా కదా, main2.java space main2, right? So 22 found at index location 3 ఉంటుంది, right? So here 0 1 2 3 index location 3. So what I did here is just I am importing this util.arrays class, java.util.arrays class. So in that first what I did here, I am creating a dynamic array here. The name of this one is integer array. So next I am calling this arrays.sort, right? So here arrays.sort method I am calling here. So why you are calling this sort method means if the elements are not in ordered ascending order, then it will sort the list of elements. Here it is not required. 10 22 50, yes, so it need to be sort first. So the given list of elements is not in ascending order. So 10 15 20 ఉండాలి, 10 20 15 ఉండాలి. So first we are sorting these elements, then we are reading some key element. The key is 22. So now I want to find whether 22 the element is present in the list or not. So now here this is the output statement. Just here what I am doing, I am invoking this binary search method. So the arguments of this one is, first is an integer array, so next is key element. Key element, which element you want to search in the list, right? So what is your observation here? The observation must be, so the list of elements must be in order. So which order? So here we are taking in ascending order list. Ascending order list. So now the main difference between, so the linear search and binary search is, so here in binary search the elements must be in order. The elements, right? Elements must be in order. Elements must be ascending or descending. We are taking ascending order for our convenience, right? So now, so what is the input of your binary search? Children, anyone can tell what is input of binary search? Number of elements. Number of elements. Here the number of elements is, here it is 5. So next, what are that elements? What are that elements? So next, so key, which element you want to search in the list. So what is the output? Yes. Children, what is the output of binary search? Yes, please.
Boolean also, sir.
Yeah, Boolean. So here the output is, if the element is present, yes, the element is present in the list. So else, no, the element is not present in the list. Right. So this is output. So now we need to think about logic part. Right. Already you know. Just I will recall it within 1 minute. Then I will go for this next topic. So here paint. So number of elements, assume that n is equal to 5. Right. So what are that elements means? You want to store these elements, you can maintain this array list. Array. Suppose array name is A. The elements are 11, 22, right? So 33, right? So next 44. So next element is 55. So assume that the list of elements is in ascending order, right? Assume that the list of elements are in ascending order, right? So now here this is stored in integer array A. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the index or subscript locations. Number of elements, what are that elements? Which element you want to search in the list? So searching element, assume that 55. So this is your input. The output is, if the element is present, yes, else the element is not present in the list, then you can take it as the 0. So in order to maintain this one, you are taking, so low, high value, comma, mid value. So low, mid, high. Initially low value is 0, high value belongs to n minus 1. N value is number of 5, n minus 1, so 4. So mid is equal to low plus high by 2. So 0 plus 4 by 2, so that is 2. So now the searching element, my searching element is 55. So 55 here, so greater than A of mid. So always I comma j will refer the indexes. I comma j will refer the indexes. If integer I comma j will refer the index, then A of I value at ith location. A of I value at ith location. A of j location. So here what is your searching element? So my searching element is 55. So it is greater than A of second location. Mid is 2 na, A of 33. So now 55 is greater than 33 means, if the element is present in the list, it must be present in the right hand side list. So right hand side list lo untundi. This is our assumption. In this case, what we need to do? Yes, your low becomes to mid plus 1. So low value name chestaru 3 తీసుకురండి. Low becomes to mid plus 1. So low value becomes to 3. There is no modification in the high value. So next, what we are doing, mid is equal to low plus high by 2, 3 plus 4 by 2. So 3.5, we are adjusting to floor function 3. So next, so A of that location 44. So your searching element 55. So 55 is greater than 44. Again, you need to search in the right hand side list. So right hand side list means here this is. So again, what you need to do, low is equal to mid plus 1. So what is mid value? 3. So low value is mid plus 1, 4, 4. So now what is mid value? 4. So A of fourth location, the value is found at 55 is equal to 55. Yes. So 55 is equal to 55. The first condition is like this. If this condition is true, then you need to display the element is present at this location. So now, can you tell what is the worst case analysis of this binary search? Children, worst case analysis. చెప్పండి ఒక 2 minutes కంప్లీట్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ వెళ్దాం. ఎస్ గాయత్రి. Meghna, Sweta, Suhas. Worst case analysis of linear search. Sir, binary search. ఏమైంది మాట్లాడతలేరు ఎవరు? Yes, please. Rahul, Ivan. Children, are you there? Soumya, Devi,
It is
Devi.
in the after the
Yes.
middle element, sir.
Worst case is?
After the middle element.
Yes. So by default, the element is not present in the list. The element is not present in the list. That is the by default case, right? Or the element is not present in the list. Or so here. So next, what we did here? Where is my paint? So here, right? So here, the one point you need to observe here. There are n elements. Every time you are dividing into n by 2, right? So every time n by 2. Next n by 4, n by 4, n by 4. Here how? Here it is. So these two list n by 4, these are 4 list. So n by 8, so these are 8 list. Suppose if you are dividing into further, if you are not consider, this is said to be so distinct subproblems. These are said to be a distinct subproblems. So the subproblems, yes, you are dividing into subproblems. Children, please concentrate here, right? So here, what is the problem here is, so you are dividing your problem into subproblems. Problem into, yes, that is the problem size n into you are dividing into n by 2, n by 2. So these subproblems are distinct in nature, right? So distinct, D-I-S-T-I-N-C-T, distinct in nature, right? So then this is the beauty of divide and conquer strategy, D and C, right? So here these drawbacks of divide and conquer strategy also, right? So in order to address this one, they are going for dynamic programming, DP. So where the subproblems are, subproblems are overlapping subproblems, right? So in DP, the subproblems are overlapping. In D and C, the subproblems are distinct, independent subproblems. సో నేను ఇది చెప్తాను. ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ నుండి నేను ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇచ్చాను, ఫిబోనాకీ రికర్సివ్ సిరీస్ చేయండి, 100 ఇన్పుట్ ఇవ్వండి, అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుంది అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి అని చెప్పాను. ఎంతమంది చేశారు చిల్డ్రన్? ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎంతమంది చేశారు? చేశారా? ఒకరైనా ఇద్దరైనా? రైట్. Recursive Fibonacci, this is right. Sorry, file open. So recursive Fibonacci Java, right? So input, what I'm giving the input is long input, that is 50 value, right? So in order to generate, yes, you need to say this program is recursive Fibonacci. So where is your command prompt? Here it is, my command prompt. So Java C recursive Fibonacci series start Java. Yes, I return recursive Fibonacci series. Then I am running my program recursive Fibonacci, right? So now how much time it is taking to generate this output? చూడండి, ఇక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ రావడానికి చాలా టైం తీసుకుంటుంది. It is taking so long time, right? Suppose if I am changing my input change చేస్తా ఇక్కడ, right? So here I am changing, my input is some 9. Here I am changing my input is some 9, right? So again you need to compile your program. So where you can compile? So here Java C Fibonacci, right? Next to run it. So 34, within 1 second it will generate it, right? So 34 Fibonacci series, yes, 9th series in this Fibonacci is 34, right? So you know this Fibonacci series program. Suppose if I am taking here, if I am taking n value is 5, fifth term in this Fibonacci series. Yes, I want to see the fifth term in this Fibonacci series. So now Java, this one, Java Fibonacci. So that fifth term in this Fibonacci sequence is 5. చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. So what is the initial conditions? So 0, 5, new, don't save, 0, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3, 5. right? So this is a fib of 0 initial conditions. This is fib of 1. Next this is 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are passing fib of 5, then it will takes, right? So what is this overlapping sub problems? Whenever you are writing the code, so the code is like this. చూడండి ఇక్కడ Fibonacci series. So how you are writing? So fib of n is equal to file new, don't save. So fib of n is equal to, what is the formula? Fib of n minus 1 plus fib of n minus 2. So we are passing the previous two arguments n minus 1 plus n minus 2 to find out this n, right? Suppose here it is expanded as a tree. Like suppose if I want to find fib of 5, so what it will do, it will find fib of 4, right? So plus fib of 3, right? So next fib of 4, how it is expanded? F of 3 comma f of 2, right? So f of 3 can be expanded f of 2 comma f of 1, right? So here initial conditions f of 0 is 0. These are the initial base conditions. F of 1 is so 1. These are the initial conditions. So f of 2 can be further expanded as f of 1 comma f of 0, right? So this is, so your f of 3 can be expanded as f of 2 comma f of 1. So previous two terms, right? So next f of 2 is expanded as f of 1 comma f of 0. So f of 0 comma f of 1 value, f of 0 value is 0, you know that. F of 1 value is 1, you know that. Again this f of 2 can be expanded as two terms. So now you can count how many times this f of 2 is evaluated. So here f of 2 is evaluated 1 time. So next 2 time. So 3 time. This one. So here f of 5 is evaluated 1 time, right? F of 4 is evaluated 1 time. F of 3, how many times this f of 3 is evaluated? So f of 3 is evaluated here, children, here and here 2 times. So next f of 2, f of 2 is evaluated 3 times. So this one. So suppose if you are taking f of 55, so you can expect how much it is big tree. Yes, it is a very big tree. So every time we are evaluating as a fresh. So this is the drawback of D and C strategy, divide and conquer strategy, to address this one. So Bellman Ford, the scientist name is Bellman Ford. అతను ఏం చేశాడంటే డైనమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఇన్వెంటర్, ద ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ డైనమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఈస్ బెల్మెన్ ఫోర్డ్. వాట్ హీ టోల్డ్, yes, once you are evaluating something you can store it and you can use further, right? ఏదైనా evaluate చేసేదాన్ని స్టోర్ చేసుకొని evaluate చేయమని చెప్పాడు, right? That is the beauty of the dynamic programming. We are moving outside, right? We need to come to our syllabus. ఇది చెప్పాలి, అర్థమైందా పిల్లలు? ఒకసారి చూడండి, మీరే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, రైట్? మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ come to exponential to linear and quadratic by the use of this dynamic programming. దీంతో మనకి ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ లో ఉన్నాయన్నీ కూడా క్వాడ్రాటిక్ x పవర్ 2 లోకి లేదా x పవర్ 3 లోకి వచ్చినాయి టైం కాంప్లెక్సిటీస్. పిల్లలు ఫాలో అయ్యారా? చిల్డ్రన్స్ ఆర్ యు ఫాలోడ్ ఇట్? ఓకే, చూద్దాం, ల్యాబ్ లో చూద్దాం, రైట్? సో నెక్స్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి? అరేస్ అయిపోయింది. సో నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ ఐ నీడ్ టు డూ, నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చెప్తాను? స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ అని చెప్పాను. స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాలా ఫస్ట్ వ్రాపర్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాలా? చిల్డ్రన్ ప్లీజ్ స్పీక్ అవుట్. చిల్డ్రన్ ప్లీజ్ స్పీక్ అవుట్. వ్రాపర్ క్లాస్ చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, సో నౌ, so wrapper class in Java. So what is this wrapper class? So I think what are the primitive data types in Java? Boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, double. These primitive data types are basic data types. There are 8 primitive data types in Java. ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? java.lang ప్యాకేజ్ లో ఉన్నాయి, రైట్? సో మనం జావా ఏమని చెప్పాము, ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్యూర్లీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్ అయినా, మరి అప్పుడు ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్స్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారు? బూలియన్, క్యారెక్టర్, ప్రిమిటివ్ కూడా యూజ్ చేయదు కదా అని అడుగుతారు. So for that purpose, Java 1.8, I think Java 1.5 version. So this wrapper class concept came into exist. When I primitive data type కూడా యూజ్ చేయను, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వలెంట్ wrapper class యూజ్ చేస్తాను, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వలెంట్ క్లాస్ యూజ్ చేస్తాను. సో బూలియన్ ఏమన్నాడు అంటే క్యాపిటల్ బి తోటి బూలియన్ అన్నాడు. సో క్యార్ డేటా టైప్ ను సో క్యారెక్టర్ అన్నాడు. సో క్యాపిటల్ సి క్యారెక్టర్ డేటా టైప్. సో ద ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి అంటే యూ డోంట్ యూజ్ దిస్ ఈవెన్ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్స్, right? Java is purely object orientation. Now why are you using this primitive data type? That is the question, right? In order to address this one, JDK 1.5 onwards, they are using its equivalent to classes. These classes are said to be a wrapper classes. In boolean ni దాని ఈక్వల్ టు wrapper లోకి boolean కన్వర్ట్. సో క్యార్ ని క్యారెక్టర్, ఈ 8 వర్డ్స్ సేమ్ ఉంటాయి ఎక్సెప్ట్ దిస్ క్యార్ ని క్యారెక్టర్ అన్నాడు, ఇంట్ ని ఇంటీజర్ అన్నాడు, మిగతా అంతా సేమ్. బూలియన్ అయితే ఓన్లీ క్యాపిటల్ బి చేంజ్ చేశాడు, బయట అయితే సో క్యాపిటల్ బి వస్తుంది. ఓన్లీ క్యార్, ఇక్కడ క్యార్ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్ ఉంటే ఈక్వలెంట్ wrapper class is క్యారెక్టర్, ఇంట్ ఉంటే ఇంటీజర్, ఇవి రెండు మాత్రం చేంజ్ ఉంటాయి, మిగతా అంతా సేమ్, రైట్? సో Java 1.5 version onwards they are using its equivalent to wrapper class, right? So wrapper means so దీన్ని దాని equivalent to wrapper, they are introduced one layer, right? So that is said to be a wrapper classes. Equivalent to primitive data types are converted to its equivalent to wrapper classes, right? So now here wrapper class in Java used to convert a primitive into its equivalent to wrapper class object, primitive into object and vice versa. So auto boxing and unboxing అనే concept ఉంది. So what is auto boxing? Converting a primitive data type to its equivalent to object level. So that is wrapper class. Unboxing is object to primitive data type is said to be unboxing. Auto boxing, unboxing, right? So we can go for this example. So in this example, primitive to wrapper class, I'm taking the primitive data type int I is equal to class wrapper1, be a public static main method, int I is equal to 100. So this I is integer data type. So what I am doing, it is equivalent to wrapper class I am writing. So integer j is equal to integer dot value of, right? So here primitive data type is I, its equivalent value I am converting into object type, I am converting into its equivalent to object, the j object, right? So now here this is what I am doing, a primitive data type to its equivalent to object level, right? So now we are writing this code, else you can integer ab is equal to I, directly you can write this code. In this case the compiler will implicitly convert your primitive data type, it is equivalent to wrapper class object. So this concept is said to be auto boxing, right? So shall we write this code? So now I will write this code as in my edit plus no. So file new Java class wrapper1. So what they did, some int I is equal to 100 they declared. So next integer ఏమన్నాడు, j is equal to integer dot value of integer dot value of capital F. So which value you want to take? So I value is converted to its equivalent to this one. So next time అన్నాడు integer ab is equal to directly I. So they are given. So next what they are printing? So they are printing j comma ab values. So what is this concept? So primitive to its equivalent to wrapper class object. This is said to be auto boxing. Auto boxing, EOXING, auto boxing, is equal integer dot value of this one. So j print చేశారు. Next so system dot out dot println ab value. So control C copy, control V, ab is equal to plus ab. Here also j is equal to plus j, right? So what they did, they are creating object of integer wrapper class. So by using integer dot value of method, yes. So what did they did, integer dot value of method. So they are converting it into this one. Next integer ab is equal to I. Next SOP statement. Then what you need to do, yes, you need to save this program as wrapper1. So Control C, copy file, save as. Control V, wrapper 1, save. Next, yes. So command prompt, go for command prompt. So Java C wrapper 1 dot Java. So integer I is equal to integer. Spelling తప్పు చూడండి. Integer integer రెడ్ కలర్ లో వచ్చింది. Integer value of method value of right. Control S, save a program, Control S. Then once you save this program, then you need to compile your program. CLS clear screen, compile Java C wrapper 1 dot Java. So Java wrapper 1, right. So J value is 100, AB is equal to 100. So now what in first case what you did there, children, in this case what you did there, you are explicitly converting a primitive data types to its equivalent wrapper class. Even though if you are not doing like this, then the compiler will implicitly doing this auto boxing. Children, are you following this? Are you అర్థమవుతున్నారా?
Yes, sir.
Good. ఉన్నారా మిగతా వాళ్ళు? గాయత్రి, are you following? Shivashankar,
Yes, sir.
Meda, are you there? Meda?
Sir, integer
Yes.
class.
Yes. Shiva చెప్పా, శివశంకర్ చెప్పు.
Sir, integer class ఎక్కడి నుంచి అవైలబుల్ ఉంది సార్? ఏ ప్యాకేజ్ లో?
లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్ నుండి వచ్చింది. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ పీపీటీ ఉంది. Eight classes of Java long package. So integer, right? సో ఈ క్లాస్ ఎక్కడ నుండి వచ్చిందంటే లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్. వీటికి ఈక్వలెంట్ ర్యాపర్ అంటే ఏంటిది? పైన ఒక పొర యాడ్ చేశాడు అంతే. ఈ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా టైప్స్ కి ఈక్వలెంట్ క్లాసెస్ యాడ్ చేశారు. అంటే నువ్వు వర్క్ ఇక్కడ చేసావు కాబట్టి ఈ క్లాస్ లో పెడతావు, జావా డాట్ లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్ లో పెడతావు.
Sir, if we convert them into wrappers, then we can work on other data types also. Like you can bring out the methods of the integer wrapper class or something.
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు చిన్న నువ్వు చెప్పేది. ఏం
అంటే
చెప్తున్నా?
మనము మెథడ్స్ కూడా ఇన్వోక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు wrapper classes తో.
wrapper class
ప్యాకేజ్ ఉన్న మెథడ్స్.
ఎగ్జాంపుల్
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అంటే ఇంటీజర్ కి స్క్వేరింగ్
ల్యాబ్ లో చూద్దాంలేండి, ఇవన్నీ మన ల్యాబ్ లో చూద్దాం. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గెటింగ్ యూ రైట్. సో బేసిక్ దిస్ wrapper class is a primitive data types to its equivalent to class object, primitive class object, converting primitive to object level. Right?
Sir,
చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఈ wrapper classes లో లోపల కూడా we use primitive data types na sir for storing the value.
Primitive data types యూజ్ చేయొచ్చా లోపల? అట్లా wrapper class లోపల
We are sending we are passing argument as some integer na sir.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in that class we should use primitive data types.
ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, ఇంటిజర్ ని పాస్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు హోల్డ్ దిస్ వన్ యూ నీడ్ టు యూజ్ సమ్ ఇంటిజర్ వేరియబుల్. బట్ అక్కడ ఏంటి, ఇంటిజర్ ని ఇంప్లిసిట్లీ ఇట్స్ ఈక్వలెంట్ టు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లెవెల్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. రైట్. మన ల్యాబ్ లో వీ కెన్ డూ మోర్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ ఆన్ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ల్యాబ్ ఆన్ దిస్ wrapper classes ప్లీజ్. రైట్. సో నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ wrapper class concept on this boolean. Right. So next this unboxing wrapper to primitive. Yes, suppose if you are taking some wrapper that integer I is equal to new integer of 10. In this what they did, yes, I is the object of this one. So what we are converting its equivalent to integer data type. Int a is equal to I dot int value of this. So I object యొక్క value ని integer converts I dot int value. లేదా జస్ట్ int j is equal to I అని రాయండి. వాట్ ఇస్ j is an primitive data type, I is an integer wrapper class object. Converting a wrapper class to its equivalent primitive data type is said to be unboxing. Converting a primitive data types to its equivalent wrapper class object is said to be autoboxing. In unboxing we are doing in reverse. That is a wrapper class object is converted to its equivalent to primitive data types. So this is wrapper class in Java, right? So this is a program for the previous one. This is about the wrapper classes. We can do more experiments on this wrapper classes on the lab session. Children, okay. Any more doubts? Yes, please. I'm unable to get you. We will do more experiments on this wrapper classes in the lab session. So next is string class and string buffer class. Right. Next is string class and string buffer class. So what is the string class? Basically the point is very important point you need to remember here is, so string class objects are immutable. String class objects are immutable. String class objects are immutable. Means does not mute. Mute means change. Immutable means does not change. String class objects are immutable. It does not change. Right, this is the very important point you need to remember as it is. And ఇస్తాను second mid లో డైరెక్ట్ ఇస్తాను. సో స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇచ్చేది ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్ అడుగుతాం. మనం ఇచ్చిన అట్లా స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఇమ్యూటబుల్, యూ కాంట్ చేంజ్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. సో నేను ఒక ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చాను చూడండి. ఏంటి అంటే ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇచ్చి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయమన్నాను. ఇది సపోజ్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఎస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు న్యూ స్ట్రింగ్ ఆఫ్ సిబిఐటి అని రాసాను. సో నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఎస్1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఐటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. What is this string literal? This is said to be string literal. Let ER. So what is this string class object? First one is string class object. This is string literal. So this is string class object. So third case is also string class object. String literal. String literal. So directly assign చేస్తున్నాను string literals. So by using this new keyword, this is string class objects. Suppose if I am writing the statements like this, how many string class objects are created? Right? What is string? Basically, string is nothing but a collection of, similar to string class. Yes, string class is a collection of characters, collection of a group of characters. Always you need to represent the string in double quotation mark only, character in single quotation mark. So there are two types of strings. So first one is string literal, next one is a string class object. So string literal, string s is equal to directly hello we are writing, or string s1 is equal to hello. So when you are using the string literal, the memory is allocated for the string literals in string constant pool area. String constant pool area. So whenever you are using this new keyword, by default the new keyword అనగానే ఏమవుతుంది మనకి, by default the memory is allocated in yes place heap area. Yes, so new keyword యూజ్ చేస్తే heap లో మెమరీ allocate అవుతుంది. డైరెక్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ లిటరల్ యూజ్ చేశారు, అది ఎక్కడ allocate అయింది మెమరీ? స్ట్రింగ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ పూల్, ఎస్సిపి అంటారు, స్ట్రింగ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ పూల్ ఎస్సిపి ఏరియా. Right, so here the string class is string class objects are immutable. Right, so here, so the string class, it is available in java.lang package. Right, so immutable means cannot change. Once you are declaring, you cannot change. Mutable means it is changing. Mutable, yes, this virus is mutable, mutating the, that is changing itself. Right, so now string class objects are immutable, you cannot change. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, string literal అన్నారు, string constant pool, assume that this is the string constant pool hello. Right, so this hello object is created. Suppose even the string s is equal to hello, one object is created. Suppose string s1 is equal to hello, you are creating one more object. So in this case, what it will do, first of all it will check whether this object is available in string constant pool area or not. మీరు ఇక్కడ s1 is equal to hello, సెకండ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేశారు. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే స్ట్రింగ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ పూల్ ఏరియాలో చూస్తుంది ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉందా లేదా అని చూస్తుంది. ఒకవేళ ఉంటే ఈ రిఫరెన్స్ s1 రిఫరెన్స్ కి సేమ్, ఇట్ విల్ పాయింటింగ్ టు సేమ్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్స్. ఇక్కడ s is pointing to hello, s1 is pointing to hello, both are pointing to same memory locations. That means what we are doing, we are saving this memory efficiency. Right, so we are creating only one and it is accessed by these two s comma s1 references. Memory efficiency by using the string constant pool. Yes, string literals, we are using this memory efficient. Suppose if you are creating a by using new keyword, then a separate memory is allocated for each and every object. If you are using string literal, so here only one object is created first. This object hello is created. So next s1 is equal to hello. So first of all, it will check whether this hello object is available in string constant pool. If it is available, then s1 reference is pointing to this hello. S reference and s1 both are pointing to the same object. Then we are saving the memory. Memory efficiency, we are using the string class. Right? So what is the point you need to remember here? It is string class objects are immutable. Right? So string literals always the memory is allocated in string constant pool area. Right? So next, if you are using the new keyword, the memory is allocated in heap area. In this case, the separate memory is allocated for each and every object. By using literals, only one copy is created, and here it is only one object is created, and this object is referenced by different string literals. Here s comma s1 are pointing to same hello object in string constant pool area. Right. So now my question is, here I written the code like this. String s is equal to new string cbit. String s1 is equal to IT department. String s2 is equal to IT department. At the end of this program, how many string class objects are created? Yes, please. How many string class objects are created? Chepandi. Cheptara evarena? Question, please look into this question. At the end of this one, how many string class objects are created? Children, are you there?
So three.
Three, yeah?
So two objects and three references.
ఓకే ఒకసారి నాకు ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేసి చూపించండి రైట్ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ వరకు ల్యాబ్ వరకు చేసి చూద్దాం ఇది రైట్ సో నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్ నెక్స్ట్ స్ట్రింగ్ బఫర్ క్లాస్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి సో హియర్ వై స్ట్రింగ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఇమ్యూటబుల్ వన్స్ ద స్ట్రింగ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇస్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఇట్స్ డాటా ఆర్ స్టేట్ కెనాట్ బి చేంజ్డ్ బట్ ఏ న్యూ స్ట్రింగ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఇస్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి స్ట్రింగ్ ఎస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఈఈసి అని రాసాను ఈఈసి క్రియేట్ అయింది ఎస్ డాట్ కంకాట్ ఎస్ ని కంకాట్ చేశాను సో ఈఈసి క్లాసెస్ ఈఈసికి క్లాసెస్ యాడ్ అయింది ఇప్పుడు ఈఈసి సేమ్ ఉంటుంది లాస్ట్ లో క్లాసెస్ అని యాడ్ అవుతుంది కంకాడ్ అయిన దానికి కొత్త మెమరీ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది సో కొత్త అప్డేట్స్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది రైట్ సో ఇట్ డస్ నాట్ చేంజ్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఈఈసి ఈవెన్ దో ఇఫ్ యూర్ కంకార్డినేటింగ్ ఏ న్యూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈస్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఈఈసి ప్లస్ క్లాసెస్ దట్ ఈస్ ఈఈసి క్లాసెస్ విల్ బి క్రియేటెడ్ next string buffer class so the string buffer class which are both are available in long package string tokenizer class is available in util package so string buffer class so buffer means a temporary storage used to create a mutable or modifiable strings right string class objects are immutable but if you need some cases so if you want to change that then we can use the string buffer class objects right so in order to create immutable or modifiable strings so we are using the string buffer class so what are the important methods of the string buffer class means append insert replace delete reverse right suppose here I'm creating string buffer sb is equal to new string buffer some eec sp.append classes yes so in this case only one object is created in string buffer class the previous cases low eec classes two objects are created if you are taking a string buffer so eec is changed as eec classes next insert sp.insert 1 comma youtube yes so in one location you are placing this youtube locations so replace so sb.replace 1 comma 2 classes so one value in these locations this one is set to be start index 2 is set to be end index so next delete sb.string buffer class object sb.delete 1 comma 3 start index and end index next reverse of this one sb.reverse so then whenever you are implementing this palindrome programs palindrome after reversing the given string then it is equal to the previous string then it is said to be palindrome so sb.reverse method which is used in the palindrome programs so these are the 5 important methods of string buffer class next string tokenizer class which is available in util package so it will divide into your string the given string into different tokens so hello geeks how are you means the string once you are applying the string tokenizer class it will convert into hello first string here space is there it is one string one token So geek space, one more token, house space, one more. If there is any space, then it will divide into different token. Token is the smallest individual element, which has some predefined meaning, right? So hello geeks. The delimiter here, the delimiter is the space. So string token as a class is available in util package, where string and string buffer class are available in long package, right? So వీటిపైన మనం నెక్స్ట్ ల్యాబ్ లో ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ చేద్దాం. వీటిపైన కొన్ని ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ చేస్తాం. ఇంకొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ కూడా పంపిస్తే అవి చూడండి మీరు. 220కి క్లాస్ ఉన్నట్టుంది కదా, మీరు అక్కడే కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఇక్కడ వినట్లేదు. ఇంకేమున్నాయి? స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్, స్ట్రింగ్ బఫర్ క్లాస్, ఇంకేం చెప్తాను, రాపర్ క్లాసెస్, రైట్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా నేను కవర్ చేస్తాను. వీటి ఈక్వలెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ పంపిస్తాను. మీరు ఒకసారి ల్యాబ్కి వచ్చే ముందు, మనం నెక్స్ట్ థర్స్డే ల్యాబ్ వస్తారు కదా, ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అని ఒకసారి ట్రేస్ అవుట్ చేసుకొని రండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇవి యూజ్ చేసి స్ట్రింగ్ క్లాస్, స్ట్రింగ్ బఫర్ క్లాస్ యూజ్ చేసి రీడ్ యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద కీవర్డ్. ఇఫ్ యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ పాస్వర్డ్స్ ఆర్ కరెక్ట్, that is authentic. Suppose username is ABC, password is some XYZ. If it is matching, then display the login success. Else display login fail. This message, right? So you try to these programs, you try to implement these programs. I will share some more programs. Before coming to this lab, please try to implement these programs. పంపిస్తాను, మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను. అవన్నీ కూడా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసుకొని రండి, ల్యాబ్లో ఈజీ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? రైట్. నేను అటెండెన్స్ తీసుకుంటాను. మీకు నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఉన్నట్టుంది కదా, డిబిఎంఎస్, రైట్. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అన్ని మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను. ప్లీజ్ డూ ఎట్ హోమ్ బిఫోర్ కమింగ్ టు ద ల్యాబ్, దెన్